Today's episode of Off the Timeline is titled 1993, the season college football stopped trusting itself. In 1993, college football makes a mistake it never admits out loud. It doesn't crown the wrong champion, it learns to fear the wrong thing. Because before a single snap is played in this alternate universe, 8 programs disappear. And by the end of the season, the sport quietly decides that stability matters more than fairness. This is the year college football stops trusting itself. Now to what actually breaks first. This isn't a season where talent vanishes. The best teams are still great. The playoff still looks reasonable. The champion still feels legitimate. But something invisible changes. Wins stop being enough. From this point forward, teams aren't just evaluated on how good they are, but on how safe they feel to explain. And it starts with one disappearing team. Penn State disappears, and suddenly the Big Ten doesn't make sense anymore. Not because Ohio State or Michigan are bad, but because the conference loses the program that made its size feel intentional. Then the rest fall away. Iowa, the Big Ten's cultural ballast. Kansas State and Iowa State, the Big Eight stabilizers. Clemson, North Carolina, NC State, the ACC's identity. West Virginia, a major part of the Big East. None of these schools dominated the sport, they explained it. And without them, conferences still exist, but they no longer feel inevitable. Reassignments that change everything. The talent doesn't disappear, it relocates. Every dissolved program sends out a head coach, a quarterback, a running back. No school gets more than one. Most of the moves are quiet, except one. Virginia doesn't just get better, Virginia becomes the adult in the ACC. Not louder, not flashier, just calmer than everyone else. And once that happens, the rest of the reassignments start to matter. Wisconsin stops rebuilding and starts organizing. Oklahoma State becomes disciplined overnight. Michigan State fills a credibility hole it didn't know it had. UCLA gets dangerous without drawing attention. No super teams form. Something more dangerous does. Order migrates. And now on to why the conferences feel uneasy. Before the season even starts, everyone feels it. The ACC still exists, but no longer agrees on who's at 4. The Big East still schedules games, but doesn't lead. The Big Eight survives, but feels thinner. The Big Ten wins, but sounds defensive. No one panics publicly. Privately, everyone starts thinking about optics, not opponents. The season confirms the fear. Early games don't shock anyone. They clarify things. Florida State stumbles, then stumbles again. Michigan loses a game that feels symbolic. Wisconsin wins ugly and gets praised for it. Virginia keeps winning calmly, methodically. The media reaches for a award it's never used like this before. Explainable. Not best, not most talented, explainable. The mid-season misread. Here's where the sport gets it wrong. The media calls it parity. It isn't. This isn't chaos spreading evenly. It's confidence concentrating. Teams from stable ecosystems get more grace. Teams from uneasy conferences get fewer mistakes. Nobody votes on this. Everyone just adjusts. And then there is a loss that exposed this as a lie. Virginia loses a late season game. It's clean, it's close, it's understandable. And suddenly the ACC doesn't have an answer anymore. Because Virginia wasn't just winning, it was holding the center. Without that illusion, bulls hesitate, committees hedge, and the ACC champion starts feeling optional. Within part of this chaos, a 4-team playoff gets created, which leads us to Selection Sunday and moments that sting. The playoff field gets announced. Nebraska, Florida, Miami, Michigan. The ACC is out. No rule is broken. No outrage sticks. The ACC champion doesn't protest. They look confused. And that's worse. Because confusion means the system didn't just reject them, it didn't know how to explain them. Now on to the playoff and what gets taken. Nebraska beats Michigan, confidently but alone. Miami beats Florida, not with dominance, but with composure. In the title game, there's even more chaos. Miami defeats Nebraska, and Nebraska doesn't lose credibility, the sport loses something else, the idea that order is enough. Miami becomes the program built for instability. Nebraska remains powerful but isolated. The SEC stops feeling untouchable. The Big Ten stops feeling obvious. The ACC stops being trusted. The Big East quietly prepares exits. No rule changes, no emergency meetings, and just a lesson the sport will misapply for decades. There's a lot of reasons why this alternate 1993 season matters. 1993 didn't break college football. It taught the sport to avoid instability instead of fixing it. And every future season after this one was shaped by fear. And if you enjoyed this universe, like the video, subscribe, and tell me which program you think this championship really belonged to. Because in seasons like this, winning isn't the same as being explainable.